Okay, everybody. I had the curtains open, but the sun went down, so I'm using some lighting over here. Let's see. Um, all right, so, oh, something dropped. Oh, it was just my eyebrow sharpener. All right, so, um, these are the shells that I got from the thrift store. I told you guys I made a video when I was on the beach that I was going to share the find that I got. They came in a vase, although I let the thrift store keep the vase because the vase was just painted red. So let me see, maybe this will look better if I get behind the light. And that's a little better. All right, so I found some of these at the Norfolk Naval Base in December 2018, and I think they're called, I'm not sure, y'all don't quote me, I was going to say auger shells, ogre. But when you go to places like Michael's and stuff that sell shells, they're usually, not always, but usually fake and plastic. And these are real authentic. So these look like Floridian shells to me. Specifically, the West Palm, the West, hold on, gotta take some of my drink. Isn't that pretty? Y'all, I love glass. I got those when I went to Nag's Head with my mentor. All right, so when I saw them, they were only, I think, $5.25. If I were to order probably 10 of these online, it might be $20 with free shipping. And they might throw in a bundle. Some places, I'm talking about Etsy, some places are cheaper. Now look at these, but still, you have to make sure they're real. And a lot of people have a problem if they're, I don't know why I'm telling you all this. Anyway, so isn't this pretty? This cone shell. Now usually these are called alphabet cone shells because they usually have orange on them and they look like alphabet letters even though they're not. However, I have never seen the lady that I watch on Florida, and she finds a lot of different shells. I've actually gotten to know the names of them pretty well. I'm going to have to send her a picture. She's been chatting with me, inboxing me. She loves the crafts that I made. And she's a sweet lady herself. Anyway, so I have to send her a picture of these and ask her if she's ever seen these because she's got a book on shelling. I'm not sure if I'll get a book on shelling, but maybe I should. So anyway, I'm just trying to tell you that these were all in a vase. See, when we pick up shells, unless it's an oyster shell or a couple of the lightning whelks that I've found here, by the grace of God, it was God doing. Usually our shells are broken pieces. They're not whole like this the majority of the time. And so that, I remember Christmas 2018, it was right after my divorce, God told me to go to the naval base and go shelling. He said he had a present for me down there. And I was like, really? A present? He kept singing, simply having a wonderful Christmas time. When I went down there, there were all these shells I had never found there before. And so I do have had a shell haul, but not with some of these types and cultures of shells in here. This is I'm pretty sure this is a Calico base scallop. And usually you want to look for the points, like the point is on that side, the point to be there. Anyway, that's very, very pretty. It looks brown, but it's actually a slight tint of, a very slight tint of mauve to it. So I'm sorry the lighting's not that good. I planned to do this earlier, but I was making some chili. And, oh, look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? I need to fold up that, that beach towel there. I don't know. I think this might be a juvenile Florida fighting conch. And I've seen her pick up a lot of them. It might be a crown conch because it's got a lot of knobs there. But I've seen her, and see, you want to look for the spiral and the tip to be there. So it is gorgeous. And then look at this one. This one now, I have green ones that I've ordered online. This is called a turbo shell. And I have made some art with the play on the word turbo for people that have fast lives. But this is a brown turbo shell, and a hermit crab actually lives in there. And when they get too big, they come out of the shell. Now these look, I have pretty green ones, and I do have brown ones, but they usually oil them and polish them up, and maybe like put some type of wax on there. But I actually prefer them raw, like in less shine, because I want to decide when I make something if I want it to be shiny or if I want it to look. Here's another one. Turbo shell. See, they've got little shells in them where I'm dropping stuff all over the floor. So like, see, here's a little shell, very tiny. So the bag came with little and big stuff. And so when I pick up a big shell, now I had glanced in the bag. See, that's a little, let me see. This, oh, it's like this tiny bulb. Hold on a second. This is like a very small shark eye. Anyways, let me go back to the bigger one. So isn't that, oh, that's not one I had. Was it the one I had? Yeah, I think it was. So this one's a little darker in brown. Looks like it's got a tiny bit of red in there. A little tiny bit of green. Very, very, very pretty. All right, so I'll show you the two next to each other. Just show you I didn't have the same ones. See this darker brown? See the lighter brown? So I didn't plan on using my leg as a display. I had that little stand over there. Anyway, now this one's kind of lost a lot of its point. This one has its point. So anyway, the apertures, which is another word for openings, pretty much tend to be intact. All right, so those are some of the big ones. Now this, isn't this gorgeous? This is called a top snail shell. Look at that. It looks like an Egyptian pyramid. Do you hear that? Someone's dropping out of it. So these shells have shells on the inside of them, whoever. So it would be about probably $150 or $200 to order these shells online, depending on who you order them from, and it costs even more to go to Florida. But I am going to go to Florida. I was the other day thinking about just getting in my car and driving, getting a hotel room. I want to go to a place called Marco Island. I've had my heart set on that for a while. Or Myers Beach, Florida. There's a place called Key Lovers Beach. Now, I think this is a Florida fighting conch, but I think that this is very worn down. But the back has a beautiful shine. So you can see the shine back there. And you can see that this has probably been sitting on the beach for a while. Anyway, so let me show you the, so this is what an alphabet cone looks like, but it doesn't have much of the alphabet on it. See, you have those markings right here. Usually alphabet, a good one will have them all over and very vibrant, which, as you can see why, it's from the same family, but I've never seen one this pretty and distinct in color on the shows that I've watched. So look at this. I think this is a juvenile Florida fighting conch. And the lady that I watch, she can't resist them. And they have ones that are called king conchs, king crown conchs. And I ordered a bunch of those before I found these at the thrift store, specifically the Salvation Army. Now look, in this scallop shell right here, look at all these. Oh, I don't want to drop them. Look at all these little tiny baby shells in there. They all have different names. I think I have to sweep or pick up these shells. I didn't realize I had this many. I knew it was a lot, but anyway. So yeah, I found some of these at Norfolk Naval Base when I went, and I have a 4 or 5 drawer cart. That's a roller cart that I keep most of my sea glass stuff in. I met some people at the beach who make mirrors, put shells on them. I had so many shells, I gave them a bunch of my shells in my closet to make more room for me, but also to be a blessing for them because they weren't finding anything. Okay, so now look at this top shell, top snail shell. It's got a little bit of brown in it, okay, as opposed to this whitish gray one. They often, I see them clean them. See, this one's kind of, see how this one's more beaded? So it's not been worn down as much as this one. So that is huge. I'm assuming a snail lived in there. I don't know very much about this type of ocean life. I am learning though. Let me see if there's something else different. Okay, oh, look at this. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Now this is called an apple murex. And if it was lace, it's either an apple murex or a lace murex. I'm pretty sure it's an apple murex because usually the lace murexes have more of like these very small around the aperture. But that is so, so gorgeous. I mean, I just can't wait to work with these beauties. So I got a bunch of these that time I went to the naval base. I have used these in my artwork. I'm not sure what they're called. Maybe I'll put a shell book on my Christmas list since my birthday's already passed. You know, people say, what do you want for your birthday? Or what? Here's another little turban. What do you want for your birthday? What do you want for Christmas? And people say, oh, I don't know. Well, I like to make a list when I'm thinking of something that I want. And that's a reasonable price. I mean, you can even buy it used online on eBay, probably a shell book for $2.99. But the shell books go by East Coast, West Coast, you know, different areas. Now I like this one. This one's a paler, just a pale white, which gives you more opportunity to use colorful sea glass, because if you're having pink stripes in there, it kind of competes with the sea glass. This one has got a little green to it, slightly like a muted khaki army green. It's not a mint green. Anyway, so look at, I mean, all these little tiny shells. Let me put that lamp up there. I think this is a seraph. Can you believe a little creature? A little creature goes in that little hole and lives in there and goes around on the bottom of the ocean floor, hoping not to get eat. All right, let's see here. Anything else different? This is pretty. I think this probably, when they don't have any color, sometimes it's an albino, but this might just be weathered down. It very well could be an albino. Usually when it's just weathered down, you can see some trace. I'm wondering if somebody painted this. I don't think so. I don't see any brush strokes. It just looks too white. But the sun can do that when they sit on the beach for a while. Did I show you all this one? Okay, so this one is a bigger one of this one. Or they're close to the same size. One's more of a milk chocolate, the other's more of a dark chocolate. If you like chocolate candy. Here's the tops. Do you see the difference in the way that these knobs are coming out? And this one doesn't really have those top knobs. It's either because it's the same shell and it's worn down because it's been in the ocean longer, or this could be a crown conch. I think it's a king crown conch, and this one could just be a regular Florida fighting conch, or it could just been worn down in the ocean longer. All right, it's been 16 minutes. I've been showing you my shells. Let me hurry up here. I don't want this to be a real long video. So anyway, lots of little clam shells in there. Definitely worth $5.37. It's quite overwhelming. Not all of them are big. Some of them are, you know, little, that I can work with when I make my name frames. I find lots, I have found lots of these before I moved to this part of the Chesapeake Bay. At Sandbridge, you really don't find some things. Okay, so I was hoping that there would be some lettered olives in here, but I don't see any lettered olives. But I did buy some, so I'm going to get one and show you what they look like. All right. So for the big shebang-a-bang, all right, so this is a lettered olive. I asked for the lighter ones because I like to, but they come in army green, they come in a darker brown, and really like M's on them, or L's or W looking. So that's a lettered olive. Very nice, very hearty shell. I did find one at Sandbridge and it was anything. This is what's called a lightning whelk. Now these are the ones at Florida that are really, really nice. I ordered these from a lady that I've become acquainted with on Marco Island. And she said, if you ever come, you can go hunting. Now this is a small juvenile lightning whelk. And it's got more chocolatey stripes, more of a dark chocolate. So I'll show you the two next to each other. See how the one on the right is more beigey and brown, but this one's more white and deep chocolate. So when they're smaller like this, they're called, now I didn't find any like this here, they're called juvenile. You see that aperture right there? That's kind of crooked, but that's okay. You can see that aperture right there, it's straight. So these are my lightning whelks that I bought because I wanted some. I wanted to go to Florida so bad, and so I just ordered some shells, but I am going, I'd like to go there very soon and go shell hunting. They have shelling tours where you pay to go on a boat and they give you buckets. Okay, so I got as a free gift some this is called finger coral, and then I found here at the ocean that I walk on coral. This isn't finger coral, but I thought, oh wow, that's coral. This is finger coral. And so you've seen the lettered olive. So these are, oh, I put that in the wrong thing. So you can tell that these have been, she cleans them, and I don't think she polishes them. She might just put some mineral oil on them. But look at that beautiful spiral. I'm not talking about just a spiral in the color, but the spiral of the shell itself and that top point. Looks like an ice cream cone. I sent my friend in Ohio. I sent her a box full to surprise her. I did that earlier this year because she didn't find any while she was down here. But she did find that one huge lightning rock. So anyway, oh, and look at this. I mean, I have a lot of these, but just a small little, very small little bivalve. I think that's an arc. They're cut straight like that. I think it's a arc something. I don't think it's called arc clam, but it's got great little. I dropped my camera twice. The screensaver wasn't working last month, and so I was gonna have the screen fixed, and it turns out I'm getting a free phone from a friend that I have, and it's this exact one. They're not using it, and she's gonna bless me with it. Okay, now look at this. See, this one looks kind of pearlized right there. And the reason why I told you about the phone was because if it's not focusing right, it's probably because I've dropped it. It doesn't seem to be working right. And I tried to cut off the video the other day and turn it on at the beach, and it just wouldn't work. So anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. I could sit here all day and do this, but I need to eat some. I need to eat my chili that I made. And I mean, look at all these little ones here. Let me go back further. All these just little ones that I get to explore. Shiny and pretty. I think this one's a little, I think this is called a moon snail from the Gaudinautica family. I'm pretty sure. So I wish there was some bigger moon snails in here, shark eyes, but maybe the people at the beach weren't able to find those. I'm not sure. Look at the color on this. I've never seen a cone looking shell that color. So I'm seeing things that she hasn't shown. And I watch another guy's channel too, and I haven't seen him show some of these shells. So I'll take a picture and ask them. All right, y'all. Over and out. Hopefully I did not over inundate you with shell life, but you know, when I go down to the beach, I do find sea glass. Now see, in Florida where she goes, she doesn't find any sea glass. It's rare that she finds a piece, and it's usually not tumbled, and she'll throw it away. Look at this. Oh, just God is so amazing. I wonder how much this little creature has to pay for rent. Oh, I dropped it. I don't know where it went. Is this it? Yeah. They're all over the place. All right. I'll have to pick them up later. Anyway. So they get to live in rent-free homes. Isn't that pretty cool? All right. So I kind of want to go in there and get a green one and show you, but this video is 25 minutes now, and I only plan to be about, I don't know, 17 minutes. So I'm going to let y'all go. But Since I normally don't find cool shells like this, and I did get some, even though I didn't find them, I thought I'd share them with you. Beach lovers, shell lovers, sea glass lovers. I'm going to have to get little jars or little tiny bags to separate all these. I told the person at the Salvation Army, I said, you don't know what you've got here. They had no idea. Anyway, all right, y'all. Over and out. Oh. Is it a long shot? Let me pull it away from the light some, just so you can see a better picture. Let me get behind here. Oops. There we go. Just in case you want to see more the true color. All right. Hope you enjoyed it, because I sure enjoyed talking about it. Bye.